Hi guys! Okay, I can finally talk. I hope you enjoyed the ASMR unboxing of the iPad, and now it is time for me to jump in and tell you my thoughts. My current laptop is getting really old, so I purchased this hard drive a couple of days ago, and I figured that I can do some of my work on the iPad. I downloaded some apps like Procreate and Pinterest. Pinterest is so nice on the iPad. I'm already addicted to Pinterest. I think I'm gonna be more addicted. And then I just spent the night watching tutorials about how to draw on the iPad. On Wednesday, I thought to myself, that's it. I have the iPad, I have the cover, I have the pencil. I need to start making the wallpaper. And I don't know, I found it hard to move from a Wacom to an iPad. It was very difficult for me, so I opened my Photoshop because I'm used to Photoshop, and I started to get inspired by Pinterest, and I got a little distracted. Oh my god, it's already Thursday, and all I have is this weird, ugly sketch of what my wallpaper is gonna look like. But I had some good ice cream to cheer me up. It's Friday, that's it. I got out of the house and I went to one of my favorite cafes, and I ordered good food to put me in the mood, and these bagels were so good. And so I took out this never-ending sketch and I decided to finish it with all of its details. You might be wondering why I don't have a screen protector, and that is because we don't have a paper-like screen protector in Lebanon. The only ones we have are the glass ones that are very thick, and some people say that this screen protector might make the Apple Pencil not very responsive to the iPad. So I don't really know what to do. What do you guys recommend? Should I just use the glass ones, or should I just order a paper-like one from outside the country? Oh, and just before I left, I made this quick sketch by hand, just so I don't forget that I will always be a paper and pen person. It's finally the weekend, which means we need to finish this wallpaper. By Saturday, I felt much more comfortable with the Apple Pencil and also drawing on the iPad, which was really fun. I took the iPad everywhere with me, and even we went on a road trip to Mount Lebanon, and while I was on the road, I saw all these houses together, and it really reminded me of my wallpaper. At the time, I was also really doubting my wallpaper, and I was like, maybe this is not nice, maybe I should do something more interesting. When I saw the view and the beautiful sunset, I was like, no, this is nice. It's Sunday. This thing needs to be done today. Actually, I have most of the details done. I just need to figure out the color, which is the hard part because I always feel like I'm not really good at color theory. So anyway, we decided to go to Hamena, where they do every year a cherry festival. We went there and it was very fun, and I had a lot of good food and a lot of cherries. I also got cherry earrings, by the way. This festival gets really crowded, so we head out and there was a lot of traffic outside. So I decided to continue my wallpaper in the car, and I was really struggling with the colors. Even when I got back home, I just started to open Pinterest and waste some time, but I wasn't getting anything done. Colors just really, it's so hard for me to get right. So I remembered that I downloaded an app called Coolers, which generates color palettes, and so I started to generate color palettes, and that didn't help really. So I ended up taking a break from the colors and I started to work on the clouds. I tried different brushes and I settled on this one, and I tried to draw some colors, I tried to draw some clouds, and then I looked at Pinterest for cloud references, yeah, I don't know. I like the clouds, how they turned out. I think they look cool. I try to make them smaller, like, and then they go, as you go up, they go bigger and bigger. I don't know if this makes sense perspective wise. Break, I need a break. So I watched some YouTube videos. I've been having a lot of watermelon. Now it's time. It's time to export this artwork and set it as a wallpaper. By the way, I exported as JPEG and I set the quality to maximum. So the houses would look nice and crisp on the wallpaper. I think it looks okay like this. I don't want the houses to go over the watch time. I think it looks good. And now I'm setting the home screen as well. You'll see what I'm doing in a second. So on the lock screen, you're just looking at the houses, but when you swipe up to get inside of the iPad, you swipe up your perspective and you look at the sky. This also works out in a way where the drawing does not clash with the apps. I made it intentionally. And now the hard part for me is to figure out the layout of the iPad. I've been seeing a lot of like aesthetic iPad layouts on Pinterest, and I really want to do one like that. Spoiler alert, it didn't look very aesthetic, but it is functional. So the first thing I did is to add a Pinterest board, because seeing your Pinterest boards on your home screen really helps to keep you inspired and show you some old pins that you have maybe forgotten about. I know that people use Widgetsmith, which is an app that manages widgets, but I do have it. I downloaded it, but I didn't use it. I used mainly the widget that come with the iPad, and I just added some stuff here and there. I was really struggling with the layouts of the small apps and the big widgets. I don't know how people do it. If you guys have any suggestions, just let me know in the comments. It would really help me. And here is the final reveal of everything. I'm still not sure of the layout of the widgets, but I think the more I use the iPad, the more I know what I need to have. But basically I added some important widgets like the batteries, the weather, the pin board, the Pinterest board, and I also added important apps in the first page, like my Pinterest, my Procreate, and YouTube, things like that. And then on the second page I just added all the other apps. Still figuring this out, but I hope you enjoyed, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye!